to Walking Among Us.
Hauntingly Krista.
Bearded Zombie.
And Kelly. Hey! She's not here anyway. So we got episode 10 for you guys. Finally in double digits, let's go! What a great episode, personally I think, because I near pooped my pants twice while we were there. So for this episode, we went to the Meriden Tunnel, built in the late 1870s. Meriden Tunnel, better known as
the Blue Ghost Tunnel.
And guys, this place did not disappoint. Mind you, it is a 713 approximately foot tunnel.
Yes.
Like this was a very large tunnel they built back in the 1870s. From the very start, walking a half an hour down the longest road ever to nowhere that I seriously thought I was never going to come out of again, and she was going to just take my equipment.
It wasn't that bad.
It was horrible. Like what? Here's clip 1. Yeah. Let's go to the Blue Ghost Tunnel, Krista said. It'll be fun, she said. It's only a short walk, she said. She lied! Here's clip 2. Update time.
We're still walking.
We're still on the road to nowhere.
This time there's a bend though.
So, if you ever get a chance to meet the lovely Hauntingly Krista and she goes, let's go on a quick walk.
You know.
She's lying. Here's clip 3.
They're like sending a map. They're like,
all right, update.
We're still walking.
We're still walking.
It's been 84 years.
I don't even know where we are. For all I know, this will be my last video on YouTube.
It's Blair Witch style.
Legit. Like, look at this. There's nothing. There's nothing.
I see a bridge and a building over there.
I'm scared. Yeah, that's right. Clip 4. We've decided that if we're going to die on this path, we're going to skip to our death. So that's what we're doing. We're skipping to our death. Come and get us! See you soon! Let's not forget clip 5. We're at the bridge. It only took us 4 hours. Well, we made it. Now what? We got like another, 2 hours to go?
Like 2 minutes.
Yeah, like 2 hours to go. All right. See you soon.
These were all taken within like a minute or 2.
Oh, come on.
Not all of them were within a couple minutes of each other, but some of them were.
Built in the late 1870s, Meriden Tunnel, better known as she said, as Blue Ghost Tunnel. There's so many weird stories around this property.
Yes.
I had a friend of mine message me like the next morning as soon as I posted my picture or where we went on my personal Instagram saying, hey, did you find any of the bodies? I'm like, what? He's like, dude, there's over 100 bodies buried there. I'm like, what?
News to us. And there was a really bad train wreck there that did have fatalities as well. There's
been flooding in that area.
Yeah.
There's plenty of reasons for people to perish in that area, and you know, stick around and have fun with poor old unsuspecting ghost hunters like us.
Because it's you know, an old abandoned tunnel that's off in this one, literally in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, legitimately, I'm not lying. I thought Krista was leading me to like get abducted or something. Hey, we're here. This is totally legal to anybody watching. Nobody fall. Now, instead of the road to nowhere, we're on a path to nowhere.
Literally in the middle of nowhere. Obviously, it's a hot spot for kids that like to do bad things. Not even like just like standard like hoodlum stuff, but like I'm talking like people do rituals.
Ritualistic stuff.
Even though I'm sure people do rituals at Screaming Tunnel like in the middle of the night when like rarely anyone's going by, like Blue Ghost Tunnel is like I think where the dark stuff happens.
Well, not only
like
was there just us and spirits, but stay tuned for the end of the episode. We have a surprise visit.
I went for the first time back in October, so like 6 months prior. I've been to a lot of haunted locations, obviously. This I think has been my top haunted spot.
Now, being my first time there,
yeah,
it really messed with my head. Everything about this location messed with my head.
And it's an interesting spot because even though it has a ton of activity and like it makes you feel a certain way, like as you'll see it, we'll get into all of that, but it was very, very different than anything that we have encountered.
We made it.
We did.
We made it. Rafe made it.
It kind of a Rafe. This is nuts, guys.
This is nuts. It's probably the craziest thing we've ever done.
Thus far, yeah.
Thus far.
I think so. Remember when we did the Carl Beck house? And we were saying that the spirits at the Beck house They wanted us to use our senses more than the equipment. And we've now, granted, we did catch some stuff on our equipment at the Beck House. Then we went to the Blue Ghost Tunnel. Wanna know how much we caught on our equipment? Buckus. Nothing on the REM pod.
What are you saying? You've got to go. A bad spirit, you've got to go. And I just heard talking.
We're not gonna go just yet.
We don't plan to do anything with you guys. We just wanted to say hi. You let that spirit know we're not here to do anything bad.
I'm freaked out down here. This is, there's a weird feeling down here.
Yeah, there is.
Hearing bad spirit and you must...
Tunnel.
Bad spirit,
Who's
you must
filming this
go
right now?
tunnel.
Rafe is.
Bad spirit, you've got to go tunnel.
I can't see it. I can't see it because of the night vision.
But he was recording it.
It's recorded.
Some shit's about to go down. Like 100%.
Yeah, we're hearing lots of shit down here, guys.
Bad spirit.
It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right at all.
This is probably one of the darkest places we've been.
This just doesn't feel right though. Something feels off.
Yeah.
I
Doesn't feel safe.
have a very, very off feeling right now.
Is there anybody down here with us?
That was a nice.
Watch the flashlight, babe.
Henry.
Can you see?
So I'm not filming a lot, just keeping the spirit talker going.
You want the K2?
I have one.
Oh, you have one?
You don't want the light on.
Purple hair.
Purple hair, that's my beard. I have purple hair, yeah.
Yes, he does have purple hair.
TikTok made me do it.
People hear my voice.
We would like to hear
I'd
you.
like to hear your voice. Whoa, what was that over there?
That was me, wasn't it?
No,
What did it sound like?
sounded like a fucking voice. Something doesn't feel right here. Nothing on the cat balls, no EVPs.
So we have a cat ball over here and a REM pod over there. If you walk directly in front of us, near those two things, they will set off, and then we can know you're here. Are you still down here with us?
Can you come touch these devices for us?
Harriet.
It said Henry and Harriet.
Oh. I swear I'm hearing a voice.
If we keep the cameras on, will you show us some sort of view or mist or something? Maybe set off one of these beautiful light things?
I hear screaming.
So do I.
We came straight from Screaming Tunnel because they're close to each other, mind you. We came straight from there where our EMF was working and our cap
Everything was working.
Well, we didn't test with the REM pod, but for nothing to be happening on our equipment at all was crazy. With that being said though, it does not mean that this place wasn't scary as hell.
Whoa, what was that? What was that?
Stop. That's a moaning. Right? Am I wrong?
100% moan.
Twice, it was like, ah. Can you do that again?
We're not threatening. We're just here to communicate with you.
We just wanted to say hi.
Are you making that noise down here?
Whistle. I heard a whistle.
Maybe whistle back.
I hear it. Am I going crazy?
Do it again, baby. Whistle.
Was that you? Am I going crazy? I'm hearing
voices.
I definitely heard that moan.
Do you hear it twice?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I did too.
Yeah. So we're definitely hearing voices or like moaning sounds. Definitely.
Like, it's not a good feeling here.
And no, I'm so on edge right now. Like, so on edge. I kept feeling like if you look at the structure above you in the tunnel, it's like steel ties to hold the structure together, right? And I was constantly looking up because I had the feeling of like, I had the feeling, honestly, Krista, that I was gonna look up and see like this weird looking gnarly skinwalker dude getting ready to pounce on me from above the tunnel. It sounds like there's someone there, but there's nowhere someone can fucking be there. It's like knee-deep water.
You remember what was crazy? There was one point when there was like a crystal clear voice, clear as day, and you went running down the tunnel because you were like, someone is fucking with us.
I was, at that point, I was so scared that, yes, I ran directly to the voice because I was ready to pop off with somebody that was trying to rob us or something. What is that? I swear to... If there's somebody down here, I'm gonna f your shit up. Oh, I just saw something down there. I'm not even fucking around. When I was with you guys, I had the camera pointing at us.
Just be careful because it could be another ghost hunter place, right? Yeah.
If there's another ghost hunter down here, can you please just say hi so we know you're here?
I thought that there was someone there.
I'm gone. Like, I'm there. I look back, they're still over there. I'm gone.
Like it was clear as day. There was someone else down there.
I got to the end of that tunnel and there was nothing.
We were alone that entire time.
The door hadn't moved.
I went again, like I mentioned, for the first time back in October, and I was walking through the tunnel, and as you walk into the tunnel and as you're going farther in, the back of it just seems like dark and ominous. Like, you feel like not good, and it's not like it's a dead end at the other end. I mean, it kind of is. You can't continue walking.
Yeah, because that's the end of the tunnel that's actually sunken into the ground.
But it is like an open. It's open at the other end. Like, you can see light coming through if it's daytime. But it just feels something bad is at the end of the tunnel.
This is some serious cases of messed up shit down here.
Yeah.
I don't feel right. Like, we're hearing voices, we're hearing whistling, we're hearing moaning, we're hearing thuds. Just don't throw up on my shoulder. Like, it's all around us. We're hearing shit everywhere.
On this end and this end, but the
majority, the weird shit is coming from down there, guys. Let me focus it. Where Kelly's just coming from. That's where we're hearing the weird.
When I go down there, I don't hear it, but right now I just hear it.
Like a breath?
Whoa.
That was Kelly. She made a breath.
No, that was from down there.
What did you hear?
I don't know what that was. It was like a fucking clang creak kind of thing. And I'm walking around and I start freaking out because I can hear the sound of what appears to be bottles, like beer bottles clinging together. Warriors, come out to play, yay!
Warriors, come out to play, yay!
That is exactly what it sounded like to me, and I'm legit, like, I don't know if you remember, I'm running back and forth up a 15-foot section, 20-foot section of the middle of the tunnel, because every time I think I zero in on this bottle clinking sound, it's now over there.
Yeah.
So I'd run over there. Now it's over here. I'm feeling shit all over. It's a little harder down at this end because there's a lot of water dripping. But I'm still hearing shit. Dude, I'm hearing like a metallic clicking down here. You guys hear that? Okay, this is fucked. There's like a really loud metallic clicking. Dude, I'm freaking out. That's weird though, that metal clicking noise is done now. It's stopped completely.
And it was.
Let me focus.
It was 100% moving around because when I first got there and I first like really heard it,
it was
definitely metal.
Yeah.
It sounded like, you know what it sounded like? From the Warriors, and he has the bottles.
Yeah, the bottles.
Yeah.
This is, what was that?
What?
I heard a yell. This is effing with my head, man.
And you know what's crazy? The fact that none of these devices are going off.
Not even a beat.
Okay.
But like we're not alone down here.
Something happened to Kelly at this tunnel that you have firsthand experience on the same thing. So why don't you take a touch on this one?
As soon as I got to the center of this tunnel, I felt like I got hit by like a brick wall and I got winded and I just did not feel good and I had to like psych myself back into it. And I actually ended up just progressively getting worse from that point on in my investigation the first time I went. And I'll insert a clip right here. Is this a ritual spot? Does this look like it's in the shape of it, or it was in the shape of a pentagram? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes,
And
I
like
do.
it was burnt.
Yeah, blessing this area.
Oh my God. I just got like absolutely winded.
Wow. Let's clear this area.
Oh my God.
Breathe in the white light. Breathe in the white. God bless God. One of my most famous sayings to say. I love it. Because even God needs blessings. We need blessings. And that, you're understood and you're loved. Just go to the light and trust the process. Like this I'm asking right now. I'm asking right out loud right here. Do you really want to be evil or do you want to be loved? Answer that question. Do you want to be evil or do you want to be loved?
Relating that back to our experience here, Kelly had a very similar experience and I never told them about this prior at all.
No, she didn't. And
I actually showed you the clip just now.
just now, right? Just now. We talked about this earlier.
Yeah.
And she said that at one point, and it was more towards the end of our investigation, at one point it felt like all of a sudden she had railway ties strapped to her back and the pain was getting progressively worse and worse and worse to the point where she's filming us doing tests and you can actually hear her whimpering in pain while holding the camera, trying to hold the camera steady. Once we realized that and we kind of clued in as to what was going on, we were like, okay, you know what, it's time to pack our shit and just hightail it out of here because this is not a good sign.
No.
And with everything that was happening
Prior.
all throughout the Blue Rose Tunnel experience, it was time to leave. Okay, I've turned on a device, a recorder, and I'm going to ask you some questions. If you speak back to us and answer the questions, we'll be able to hear you through this device. Are you here with us?
Jesus Christ.
Should we do one more?
Yeah. Yeah, and then let's get the hell out of here.
No kidding.
Okay, this is your last chance to talk to us through an EVP. Are you here with us? Do you intend anybody harm? Are you the one making all the noise we can hear? Why do you remain here? Did anybody harm?
I heard something.
Why did it skip like that?
I don't know.
It like ended.
It ended and restarted the recording right where I stopped talking and then started my next question.
I gotta give this back to you.
Okay. Let's
I don't know what the hell's happening. Are you okay? My back is killing me.
And you know what? I don't think that it was just back pain. I think that personally that was a sign for us to get out because of this happening right after we left to check this out. You gotta get. No, we gotta get. If they're fucking howling like that, they're either ripping something apart or looking for something to rip apart. Oh yeah, that was the last thing that we expected to hear after just leaving a tunnel. And like legitimately, we got up onto the road after leaving the hill. Because you gotta climb a hill to get up onto the road and leave. Our feet hit that pavement on the road, and we were maybe
a minute.
No more than a minute to a minute and a half down that road, and we started hearing the coyotes. I have had somebody reach out and say that they weren't there to hurt us, that they were there as a warning to hightail it.
Yeah.
So,
which lines up.
It lines up, and apparently, and this also lines up with just the characteristics of the animal.
I have chills.
So do I. They didn't just show up then. They'd been watching us for a while, because they don't just show up. So I don't know. We're firm believers.
Yeah.
Of that's what happened for us. We took Kelly's back pain as a sign to hightail it out of there. I've felt. You can say scared in certain locations. Like I felt uneasy. I felt heavy in certain locations. But that shit right there.
That was scary.
That shit drove me batshit crazy.
So
like
many
no,
different
and
sounds.
I'm not even making fun with that line from the Nickelback song. I'm not doing that. It legit drove me crazy. I was hearing shit from fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
That tinging is what confused me.
Yeah.
It was moving.
And like what makes that tinging sound in there? Nothing.
Yeah. And then your back all of a sudden just starting to kill you.
Dead.
All of a sudden.
And now it's better.
Yeah, it actually is a little bit better. When I was in there, it felt like I had a 500-pound man sitting on my back.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That place is ranking up with one of the spookiest we've been by far.
We sat for a couple hours in a very, very weird, what feels like satanic tunnel.
You said that it was like you felt like somebody did a ritual in there and brought whatever's evil into there.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking 100% concur.
Yeah.
Because whatever's down there, I don't like what other reason can you think of that there would be an evil spirit in a tunnel in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but if you're doing satanic rituals or some sort of ritual like that,
You do it in a place like that.
you do it in a place like that that's off the beaten path in the middle of fucking nowhere. I'm trying to describe everything.
It makes you feel crazy, kind of.
It not only makes me feel crazy, but I'm starting to relive it and hear the sounds in my head right now. And I don't know how I'm gonna sleep tonight.
Yeah. It gives me, like, this place gives me chills.
Like bad. Like it's all, I'm not even gonna lie. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure that I want to go back.
Yeah, no, I feel that, but I probably will go back.
I probably will at some point, but I don't think it's gonna be for a bit because that place.
And I know the next time we go back, it's gonna be bad.
It's gonna be worse. But that, in all honesty, in my book, in my Walking Among Us book, that ranks as the worst or second worst location we've been to.
It's definitely the scariest location we've been to, and take that as you will. I don't think I've been more scared and wanting to get out of a place more than I was at that place.
I was very thankful to get out of there.
Yeah.
I don't know what words to put with it. And I think this is the first time, if you look back on all our filler that we've shot for every episode,
that we're kind of at loss.
I'm babbling on to try and not waste our time here, but I'm staring off trying to find the words that I can't find.
It's hard to describe.
I can't find the words,
Like,
guys.
it's a place that, like, I can only recommend that you go and see what we mean, but at the same time, I also don't really recommend you going.
If you go, be careful.
Go with multiple people.
Go with people.
And don't do something stupid. Like,
no.
The rituals need to stop.
That place is dark enough.
Yeah.
If you go in there wanting to do something like that, you're gonna regret it.
When my aunt and I went there, we felt the darkness there, and like my aunt is like, she's a light worker, so she goes like in the name of like light and love and like Jesus and God. As she's like going in and calling all these angels, etc., the spirit talker is like saying like Jesus, like,
Not to be cocky, but we know a lot.
Deep.
It is deep.
If you just named outside right now, if you just said, God help me, God would come and take you from whoever's holding you back.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Yes.
but even with all that light work, it did not make any effect.
No.
Darkness.
No.
Nope, the light is here.
I wanted out of there faster than I got in. And it took me a while to get in after losing a shoe in the mud.
Yeah.
And trying to figure out where to go with a fresh tattoo on my foot. And you know what I'm noticing even shooting this filler? We're not joking around as much.
Yeah. No, because this place is scary.
I hope that if to our returning viewers, I think you guys will know what we mean, like by not joking around as much, not being ourselves.
I'm sure that our energy reads very different in this, and I'm sorry if that affects you guys.
I apologize, because you know what though? The one thing that people like about us is that we're ourselves on here, and after leaving the Blue Ghost Tunnel, this is what you get.
Yeah.
It's not a joking matter. It's a very dark place.
Yeah.
And it's gonna get worse.
Yeah. I have chills.
Yeah.
Brave.
I'm reliving it in my head, which is why I'm not even looking you guys in the eye right now.
Yeah. It's.
Yeah.
I don't even know what else to say. Like, I have so much to say.
Like, this is the most unsaid filler that we've ever shot.
I feel like I have so much to say right now, but I don't even know what to say. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, because what can we say? There's no words, there's no verbiage that we can use to describe the emotions that we went through.
Which really sucks, because nothing was using our equipment, and then everything, it was something we were experiencing. We can't even like properly like verbalize because it was that fucked.
Like, you guys know us by now. This is our 10th episode. What you see is what you get. If we get no activity, we tell you we get no activity. If we get activity, we try to debunk it. If we can't, we explain it paranormally. We cover all the bases for you guys. Mm-hmm. The fact that I can't find the words and how actual terrified I was in this location and how much it messed with my head for a solid week after.
I remember I made a video, but it had been almost like a week after I had actually been to the tunnel, and I made this whole video, and I don't remember exactly what I said in it. I'll have to look back, but I was talking about how like I was still messed up from the tunnel.
Yeah.
On my like personal YouTube channel. I felt so weird that entire night. I got home, I immediately got ready for bed. I was exhausted. However, I was tossing and turning. I could not go to sleep. I did not feel good. It wasn't like a cold. It was like my energy felt drained. As I'm saying this, I'm realizing how hard it is to explain, so I hope I'm doing a good job. It just felt like, I felt like sick in my energy. So it's Saturday, October 15th. This happened on Tuesday. If we're being completely real, my energy has not felt the same since then. It's getting better. I definitely don't feel 100% normal, but I do see progress every day, so there's that. There was something much darker and very strong in that tunnel.
For a couple days after we got back, I wasn't talking much. I was keeping to myself. This place really, really messes with your head.
Yeah.
Like on a different level, on a dark level.
That is the end of this episode.
So, as usual, smash the subscribe, give it a big thumbs up, drop some comments, make sure you turn on that notification bell because you don't want to miss anything. They keep getting better, guys. And as always,
stay spooky. I'm trying to steal my thunder. Oh
Yeah.
man. Holy crap.
How's the heart doing there, Krista?
Oh, be fine.
I like how it will be fine.
We'll be fine.